Hey, it's John Hope Bryant, founder, chairman, and CEO of Operation Hope, also Bryant Group Ventures and the Promise Homes Company. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur. And because of the luck I've had in my life and the good graces of a mother who told me she loved me every day of my life and a dad who owned his own business, I'm actually here to say that I am self-reliant and an entrepreneur. But I didn't just end up this way. It was intentional. And I want your life to be intentional. And if you're black in this country, you're wondering what happened. Like, why did we get the wrong end of this deal, and why are we not experiencing either riches or wealth at scale? I'm going to explain that to you in hopefully less than 5 minutes. So let me just go at it. By the way, tell your friends to sign up to follow me at John Hope Bryant Live on all the social platforms. We have our own channel coming. We have 2 million followers so far and growing, 100 million video views. This is a civil rights movement and it's growing. And follow Operation Hope. So here we go. American wealth was created through real estate. Okay, that's the original wealth. And when the founders of America came here to this country, they didn't come here and give people fancy titles like they did in Europe. They came here and said, here's some land. You're the governor of Massachusetts, you're the governor of Connecticut, here's some land. I mean, thousands of acres. You were the mayor, effectively, equivalent to that, here's some land from you, a few hundred acres. You're a merchant, so you're a poor white and you come here. They were trying to get them out of Europe, by the way, out of Britain. Here, leave, go to America. Those folks, dead or alive, and they arrive in these shores as indentured servants, our poor white brothers and sisters got 50 acres each. Dead or alive, each member of the family. So if you had 5 members of the family and 3 of you survived, 2 of you died on the way here, you still got 250 acres of land for your family to start. If you were black, you got nothing. And so there's 2 reasons why we don't have anything. And why today it's a miracle that 8%, we have net worth is 8% of our white counterparts in net worth, and here's why. So after the Civil War, and I'm jumping, let me start with slavery. So we worked really hard, on these farms, and I have a new book coming out from nothing, by the way, pre-order it. So coming out in October. It tells this whole story. And I need to do this in 5 minutes so I can't get distracted. So we worked really hard on these plantations. By the way, so the original real estate was farms, okay, and plantations. And the way these plantations worked is they needed free labor to reduce the cost of operations. That free labor was actually turned into an asset. It's a whole other story. They bought us sodas, insured us, financed it, but it was black people, my ancestors. My great-great-grandfather was a slave. So you worked on this plantation, worked your tail off, and at the end of the day, you didn't get a check. You didn't get cash. The guy in the big house got the benefit of your labor. That's called a reverse transfer of wealth. So the labor, the money you'd earn every day to then go invest into a business or do whatever you want or buy your own farm, you never got that. And that lasted for 300 years until Jim Crow basically into the 60s, of 1960s. So let me now fast forward. So I want to make sure I'm doing this within 5 minutes. Hold me honest now. Hold me honest to this. So the first big piece was we never got the land, and we got a little piece of land. You heard about 40 acres and a mule. In January of 1865, Field Action 15, General Sherman, Secretary of War Stanton. Anyway, we got some land, but it was along the coast, and it was 400,000 acres in this pilot program. 18,000 Union soldier families got this, but unfortunately, most of this land was reverted after Lincoln was killed, and it was 18,000 families lost that land. Now, there were 4 million slaves, right? So don't get all excited. There's only 18,000 folks who got this land, but most of that was taken back by the Confederate families after the Civil War and after Lincoln was killed. So got nothing. So we worked all that time, got no labor, and even at the end of the Civil War, we got 40 acres and a mule. No, that was just a little pilot program, and that was actually reversed. Then, of course, you heard me say about the Freedmen's Bank, which happened at the end of of Lincoln's life, right before he was killed. He created a bank to teach free slaves about money. If there was a Nobel Peace Prize back then, Lincoln should have got it. 40 acres and a mule in a bank, and to teach free slaves about money. And if that had worked, black folks' whole reality would be different. Okay, so now explain to you we didn't get the benefit of our labor. Explain to you that we didn't get any land. So when did things change? Israeli A. Philip Randolph threatened to march around the time of the war, and basically got the president to agree to desegregate the military. I'm almost at 5 minutes. And that created an opportunity for blacks to get the professions. So doctors, lawyers, accountants, all the professions, that's where black folks got their professions, their degrees through the military. And that's why, so black folks thought that success was a rented apartment building, a leased car, a nice wardrobe, and an income. So that's where we sort of got obsessed with a paycheck. So we were good at cashing checks, not writing them. But you build wealth in America by writing checks. So who succeeded in Black America? Those who had freedom of opportunity, where the rules were published and the playing fields were level. Over all this period of time, look at today. You have the arts and sports. So in the arts, you have, singers and actors and all that kind of stuff, right? And then in sports, you have professional athletes. Well, in those areas, the rules are published, the playing fields are level. Either people like what you're doing, they don't, they do, you get paid. And that area blossom, but you cannot have 35, 40 million people who are rap stars and athletes, even though you seem like we're all trying to do it. And that's why you have this one group that's successful and the vast majority of us are not. And the black middle class is dwarfing and getting smaller because we never got that, graduated from riches to wealth. Okay, so riches is money you make, but wealth is something you build when you're asleep. So wealth is, stocks, bonds, investments, ownership, entrepreneurship, even education. It's you build wealth in your sleep. So you can be rich and not be wealthy, and you can actually be rich and go broke. But if you're wealthy, well, that tends to go. That's generational wealth. Okay, I hope I did this. It's a little bit. Okay, 6 minutes. So 6 minutes. 400 years of history in six minutes. Let me know if you like this. If you want me to do a part two, let me break it down a little further. But basically, the mechanisms for wealth creation in this country, which are, first of all, it's ownership of business. And we were never taught to become entrepreneurs or business owners like I was taught. That's why I dedicate my life to this. That's where all the wealth comes from, right? And there's even a difference between small business owners and entrepreneurs. That's a whole nother video, right? But we were never taught that. And then just basic income, we were denied that for 300 plus years. I explained that, plantation. And wealth creation started with home ownership, and of course we were denied that in total. It was actually, the government actually assisted with that until the middle of the 20th century because they wouldn't guarantee a mortgage in the poor neighborhood. So now you have a black person who has 8% of the net worth of their white counterparts, and black homes are worth less than white homes, have nothing to do with our competency level because the playing field was just sort of stacked against us and the rules were stacked against us. But now we rise. This is a new day, a new time. You're being educated, you've got the internet, you have opportunity, and you've got me and other people that are pouring into you, and you've got an Operation Hope Center near you, 156 locations in 25 states, giving you free financial literacy, free financial coaching, helping you get your credit score up, helping you become a homeowner, an entrepreneur, a small business owner. It's rainbows after storms. Let's go get it. I'm out. Let me know what you think of this video and whether you want me to do more and what topics you want me to cover. Love and light, John Hope Bryant. Peace and light.